When it comes to who you're becoming, do you think you're actually done? What if I told you the person you think you are isn't finished yet? I think one of the biggest lies we believe as adults is that eventually we're supposed to arrive. Like one day you'll wake up and think, yep, this is me. I'm done. I'm complete. I don't think that's how people work. 10 years from now, do you think you'll think the same? Dream the same? Love the same? Hopefully not. You see, I think we're all just a work in progress. Rough drafts pretending. Pretending because we're never really final copies. Why is change still getting a bad rep sometimes? Have you noticed that kids are expected to change, but adults are expected to stay the same? When you're a kid, people celebrate change. Oh my gosh, you've grown. You're so much more confident. You've changed so much. Then something weird happens. You become an adult. Now, you've changed. Suddenly, it's criticism. It's an insult, not growth. And I don't know who made that rule, because every person you've ever admired changed. The people who inspire us changed careers, changed opinions, changed beliefs. They changed themselves. Yet, somehow we expect ourselves to stay frozen. Be careful what you keep calling yourself. Think about the labels you've been carrying around. I'm shy, I'm anxious, I'm bad with money. I'm not creative, I'm always late. I'm not a morning person, I'm bad at relationships. Really think about it. Who gave you those labels? You or someone else? Maybe a teacher said that you weren't artistic. Maybe one breakup convinced you that you weren't lovable. Maybe one failed business convinced you that you can't do your own thing. It's amazing how many permanent identities get built from temporary moments. Imagine wearing the same outfit every single day because somebody complimented it once. Sounds ridiculous, yet emotionally, that's exactly what we do. One experience, one comment, one failure, and suddenly you're thinking, this is who I am. No, that's who you believe you had to become. I think life and people are more like a playlist. I think we've been thinking about personality traits all wrong. We think that personalities are a forever thing, permanent, finished. I think it's more like a playlist. It changes. You outgrow songs. You discover new artists. You shuffle. Something that meant everything to you 5 years ago, you skip today. And neither version is wrong. They're just completely different chapters. Think about the foods you hated as a kid, the music you swore you would never like, the people you thought you would never be friends with. Everything changed. So why wouldn't you? Your personality is something you create. With every conversation, risk, heartbreak, apology, trip, or season, you're constantly adding new experiences to your playlist. It's good to recognize the survival version of you. Sometimes your personality isn't your personality. It's just your survival strategy. Maybe you became funny because it kept people from noticing that you were hurting. Maybe you became independent because you learned to never rely on anyone. Maybe you became quiet because you learned that speaking up never felt safe. Maybe you became the caretaker, the overachiever, the perfectionist. Those versions deserve compassion. They protected you. But protecting you is not the same thing as leading you. At some point, you have to ask, does this version still serve me? Imagine seeing the future you. Imagine your future self walks into this room. They sit across from you. What do you think would be the first thing they notice? Your wrinkles? Probably not. Your career? Maybe. But I actually think they would ask something else. They would ask, when did you stop trying new things? When did you decide this is all you were going to become? Because I don't think they would be impressed with you staying the same. They would be happy to hear about the change. I think they'd be grateful every time you had the courage to reinvent yourself, to take the new class, to move, to forgive, to begin again, to take more risks. You need to design yourself with purpose. Does this mean that you're lost? No. It just means you're unfinished, and there's a difference. It's about asking, who am I? To who am I becoming? Those are completely different questions because one assumes there's a set answer. The other assumes that you still get to look for it. Remember, every day you're choosing something that builds you up. with your habits, your friendships, your routines, your boundaries. Little by little, no matter what, you become someone. Not overnight, but undeniably. As an adult myself, I can confirm we don't hear this enough. You're allowed to surprise yourself. You're allowed to become more confident, or softer, or louder, or more adventurous, or completely fascinated by something you couldn't have imagined 10 years ago. You're not behind, you're not late, you're not locked in, you're still being written. And honestly, I hope your favorite version of yourself is one you've never met before. It will be more fun if the search continues. If this video resonated with you, please leave a comment. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next video. Bye.